Today, we got a little bit more crafty Azorius Soldiers list for standard best of 3 here in March of the Machine, coming at us from a top 8 Pro Tour. Excited to break this list down because it is slightly crafty and we got some fun things to talk about from you and Chen. So thank you for tuning in as always. As we break this list down for you here today, we will walk through the strategy objective of it. We'll go through the boarding for best of 3. We'll then go play that competitive Magic as we always do in best 1 and best 3 and pull it all back together as we always do here. So thank you for tuning in. If you happen to have a question or comment throughout the day, let me know because I'd love to hear from you, and feel free to swing by the Discord server. Other great ways to stay connected. However, let's go ahead and move right into the strategy of this particular list. So again, this list is a top 8 list for us, hailing to us from the Pro Tour March of the Machine in Minneapolis. Excited about what we have here because, as I mentioned, Yuan Chen does a couple of different things, and some of the things that we've been seeing in this particular list. The biggest one that I like to call out here is Zephyr Sentinel. We have these flash flying creatures in here, giving us an ability to go over the top outside of some of the Harbin components that we've had in the Azorius list of our soldiers list before. But the other component here that we did get, and a big pickup coming out of March of the Machine, is Fairy Mastermind. This guy comes in whenever an opponent draws their second card each turn, you draw a card, and then you can force each player to draw a card as well, giving you more ability to dig for answers, which is great. So this is a big piece, even though it's not a soldier. And again, it does have that flying capability, giving us an ability to go over the top and play around our opponents, which is great. And then additionally here, we start to see a little bit more counter magic, which is going to allow us a little bit more versatility in this list to deal with mid-range lists and control lists, making this a very, very powerful contender. And last but not least, we do have Invasion of Gobakhan in here as well, giving our, at the beginning of our end step, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature that has attacked this turn. You can sacrifice it. Creatures you control gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. So another very, very powerful card coming at us in this mechanic or really tribal list when it comes to our soldiers. The other piece that's nice about this is we do have Skrelv here, ability to keep things on the board, and again at the top end with the Wandering Emperor here, giving us some ability to play around as well as get rid of other creatures that could deal us problems when they're tapped. So strategy objective of this list is really to push hard. It's still aggro at its heart, built around building off of your soldiers, but at the same time we have a couple of other things allowing us to play around that we didn't have necessarily in the past, coming out of this top 8 list. Now let's go ahead and move into our boarding. So we're really going to think about aggro, mid-range, and late game. In terms of aggros, it's going to be mirror match, mono red, mono black, those kinds of things. Things that you can think about here is Surge of Salvation, removing that damage from that black or those red sources. Additionally here, if you need to, you can use Lantern Flare to take something off. If we're playing an enchantment list, Lauren can be a good one there as well. And then whenever one or more creatures with mana value 3 or less enter the battlefield under your control, draw a card. This can help you again get ability to scale against your opponent as well. So that's something that you could think about. If we need that, Destroy Evil. Again, if they have bigger creatures like a mono green list, Lantern Flare, and then Brutal Cathar is a really, really nice one to board in here to remove out big threats from your opponents. Then as we move to that mid-range space, again, bigger creatures, certainly, again, things like Surge of Salvation can help you, Lantern Flare, Destroy Evil, Brutal Cathar, and then additionally there, when they start to move more spell-based, those things that you could think about is something like a Negate, Destroy Evil as well, again, in terms of some of those protections. And then last but not least, or Surge of Salvation, last but not least, control list. Control, definitely things like Negates you're going to want to board in. You're going to want more protection for your team, Brutal Cathar. If they're running some of those bigger creatures, that can be problems. Tokazi is welcome if you'd want to generate that card. Draw advantage as well. Lauren, again, to remove things. Again, fueling additional draw if you need to as well. So lots of things that you can play around here. Surge of Salvation, again, protecting your creatures can be a big deal there, because we just want to push through and deal damage really quickly against those late games, as well as that survivability. So that is the strategy objective of this list. We gave you some history and some of the changes with the soldiers components here, some of the really nice things here for a top 8 of the Pro Tour, and we gave you how you could consider boarding against aggro, mid-range, and late game. Let's go ahead and play that competitive Magic here now with our Azorius Soldiers list. All right, let's go find that match. We will go play our best of 1 first here. We'll use that main board, and then we'll go play our best of 3. Go Beacon. All right, here we go. Ja Rule, there you are. We found you. All right, we can keep this. Mono red. All right. Let's play that one first. Ooh. Let's see. Soldier. Where are you? There you are. We will play this. It's a big kicker. Kill. If we can survive here, though, we'll be in a good spot. I'm assuming they're going to remove it, though. Ooh, okay, so they didn't have the pump, which is good. So we got this, too. We can look at their hand, which would be big. We have a counter spell here, too, so we can do that. But wait. We can flash in if we need to as well on the flyers. At the end, we'll pull this guy in. There we are. Decline. Now we do have this as well. And we can also play this. Let's see what they have. Ooh. Boom. We absolutely wrecked them. They couldn't deal enough damage to us. We could hold up and gain a lot of the stuff back. We were going to able to open that one up as well, giving our creatures +1/+1, which was going to be huge. Great way to start against mono red. Let's go ahead now and play into our best of 3 lineup. Nice fast matches. We are on against Fiddlesticks. There we go. We will play first. We will keep this. I do like this start, even though we don't have any counter spells. We'll go with our soldier. Non-creature, non-land. We are in the money. There we go. Now we need some counter magic, though. Let's see if they got 2 colors in here. Mono black. Let's pop that in. We'll get everything on. There's the third. Ooh, there we go. So when they draw 2, we'll get a draw. Very nice. Very, very nice against the Fable there. But wait. Well, let's do this. Now, we don't have enough yet to hit that. But in doing so here, so if we swing in, we got 6. It's not lethal yet. They can block there. We don't have enough on that one. So we'll wait 1 turn. We do have enough to go over the top, and we do have enough to draw. So we'll see if they get an out. Two in hand. We get a draw. We're still good though. We still have lethal in the air. No reason to block. And we can draw again if we want to. We'll wait. Play it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Triggers. There we go. All right. So now we got to think about what we want to play a little bit differently here. The gate could help us. Brutal Cathars are good in this list. This is also really good. Permanents you control gain hexproof. We can keep Wander in here. Destroy Evil's very good as well. I like those. We can take out... This list is pretty solid. May want to keep that actually. Skrelv is still good. I'm going to keep what we got for now. Oops, let's grab it. Destroy Evil. I like being able to go over the top on our opponents here. Counter Magic's still going to help. We'll stick to it. A couple things we could board in. Let's see what our opponent responds with. We still have enough control. Destroy Evils would be good. Question is, what do I want to take out? Really? That's not a good start, though. This is better. Dump that one. So we'll go with the fact that we might get their enchantment here, which is why I'm keeping the make disappear. This will counter. Let's take a look. One damage to anything. There we are. So ideally now what we're gonna do, so we can play this. The goal here will be to flip this thing out, most likely is what we'll think they'll do. So now they'll waste their direct damage spell here. Ooh, there they go. A lot more damage. We are currently behind. They got a lot better stuff than we have. Lots of heroes could help us. Most likely Sheoldred. Ooh, Andra. Maybe they'll spike it.
Stopping tyrants like you is kind of my thing.
Ooh.
Let's go out with a bang!
We are right on the wire here. Reflection.
I'm ending.
Very nice. Very, very nice. Dun, dun, dun. Into our next one here. So, a little bit different. A little bit different. Well, we are on the play, though. I can keep that. Let's get that out of there. Let's go with a negate. There we go. Now we're on the play, though. So we can move a little bit quicker. Play first. We will keep this, because I have this guy. That will have to get removed right away. If they don't remove that, we would have been in an okay spot. See if they swap. They'll probably hit the Valiant. Needed to keep the pressure on. So that means that they got Trespasser. Is what will happen. Ooh, nope. As long as we can keep the recruitment officer, we'll be okay here. Nice, there we go. They're gonna have a kill spell there and then next. I want to get the draw because we need more cards. It's a risk. It is a risk. Shieldred, there it is. Let's draw. Let's take a look. Chandra. I'm actually gonna do this right now. There we go. So we'll have enough to go over the top here. Which will be a lot of damage. One, two, three, four, five. We're not gonna do this. Oh, we have to. No. There we go. So we're not going to have lethal here. We'll have 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2, 4, 7, 10. Not lethal. We have enough to block on the one. There we go. And we can always sacrifice it if we need to. Very nice. So we have lethal over the top. What does our opponent have in hand? They can take Harbin off, which is what they'll do. So now the trick here will be on the stack. If they try and kill us, we can use Light Shield's Array to protect it. And that will hold us the match. Now there's Chandra. More life. Everything's over the top. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. I do believe that they were playing the Rakdos mid-range list that took down the PT but we were able to take it down with our Azorius Soldiers list. Lovely, 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 lovely. And we continue to move on up. That is the name of the game here in March of the Machine on Magic the Gathering. All right, let's pull it all back and take a look at this awesome list. I really like the changes. Very, very versatile in terms of what we're seeing, in terms of some of the stuff that was there previously. A good rendition here for March the Machine. It does very well. We could see a lot of the stuff that we played around, able to deal with the mid-range stuff as well, which is helpful. That can be a challenge for this list as well. So with that, again, this was our top 8 list by Yuen Chen from the Pro Tour here in Minneapolis. Excited to break it down for you here today. We took down the best of 1 and we took down the best of 3, going 2-1 in that, ultimately gained the big W as always. So thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the breakdown of today's list. Thank you for your support as always. Appreciate the likes and the subs as we continue to grow this community. If you happen to have a question, comment, love to hear from you, and feel free to swing by the Discord server and visit the community there as well. And lastly, thank you for that support to all the members, and stay tuned because we got a ton more Magic the Gathering content headed your way here, and there's a ton already for you to check out here on the channel. With that said, we'll see you again soon. Until next time, Mythras out of here.